Now, a chance to see what American footballers do in and out of the office. The NFL in London.
Not from outer space, but from London and Germany come these answers to the flying saucer mystery. Wembley gets a new look as footballers, US services style, take the field complete with their own team of referees. This is the final of the United States Air Force in Europe Championships, and the London Rockets take the kickoff against the Landstuhl Raiders. A few of the 20,000 spectators know what it's all about, but with popcorn, chewing gum, hot dogs and soft drinks to keep them happy, well, what better enjoyment is there than watching someone else taking the knocks?
And now, 33 years later, American football is at Wembley again. The game hasn't changed much, but its attraction certainly has. In 1986, it seems that half the English population wants to see the interaction of brain and muscle.
Yes, Wembley Stadium's the only place in England that could even contemplate staging the latest onslaught of American football. Tickets for the Cowboys against the Bears went on sale in the spring, up to £20 a head, and they went in hours. And it says a lot for the fever around American football at the moment, that despite the torrential rain all day, there's hardly a seat to be had. But the game really is only the climax of an extraordinary week in the lives of the Bears and the Cowboys, a week in which we found out quite a lot more about what makes these extraordinary macho men move so fast and so hard.
The initial reaction to England can hardly have been favourable. The Bears, the first to arrive at Heathrow, were delayed an hour as the customs men searched all 400 pieces of luggage for drugs. After a 9-hour flight, it's all you need. And then the questions began.
What kind of reaction are you expecting from England fans?
The Bears quarterback, Jim McMahon, a millionaire anti-hero who, whether it's Chicago, New Orleans or London, goes his own way in life. And behind that scrum is the 23-stone bulk belonging to William Perry, the fridge, the status symbol for every overweight American. Everywhere he draws a crowd, with people's mouths wide open.
It might be a madhouse, might be like the Super Bowl. I'm hoping it's not. I just get in and have a free time and everything from Platteville and just play a good game.
Think you're going to be able to walk around London like a free man?
I hope so.
And there's another $1 million a year man, Walter Payton. Now, Walter doesn't get as much publicity as the fridge, but he too likes a certain kind of lifestyle.
They're leaving or they're leaving?
So when they told him that his room at the Intercontinental wasn't going to be ready for a couple of hours and that the team were going on a lengthy bus tour of London, well, Walter wasn't too impressed. So he got conveniently lost while the 5 team buses left, and then arranged for he and his entourage to go their own way into town.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. This is not America.
Back in town, the Intercontinental staff had the task of sorting out that mass of luggage. And the players, well, despite the 4,000-mile flight and the 6-hour time difference, the schedule said team run in Hyde Park and a chance to loosen up. The following day was set aside for the media. The thirst for knowledge that's built up over here is immense. Inevitably, a prime target for the instant quote is Jim McMahon. Opinionated, yet thoughtful, rebellious, yet a team man. And as he proved in the Super Bowl, an extraordinary talent, a wickedly accurate arm, and the guts to go it alone.
Disguise McMahon rolls in a somersault 6, and the Bears lead 29-3.
When you were told you were coming over here, what was your first reaction?
Well, I would have liked to come over without having to play a football game. You know, what I didn't or don't like about the trip is it adds another game to our preseason, which is you know, not a whole lot of fun. I mean, preseason games are, you know, they're a necessity. I think mostly for the younger players, get a look at young guys to see what they can do. But for the guys that have been around for a little while, it's, you know, it gets old. They just want to get to the season and get to the games that count. So, you know, guys don't want to get hurt in the preseason games, and to have an extra one, it's not a whole lot of fun. The season's long enough.
You've been quoted as saying the game is sick. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, it is. You know, you just see a bunch of bodies just mashing one another, and you know, it's just pretty barbaric game, but it's fun. I mean, I enjoy it. It's something I've played for a long time, and it's hopefully I can continue to play it.
But amidst that, you're a bit of an artist. The quarterback has to be a bit of an artist, doesn't he?
I think we're all artists. You know, any type of when you're in a setting like this, you know, you're entertainers. We're in the entertainment field. I mean, without the fun and the personalities, nobody really want to come watch. I think if everybody was like robots and clones, nobody would have any interest in the game. But since there are a lot of personalities, not only on this team but around the league, that's what brings fans out, and that's what makes it fun.
Your reputation preceded you over here as an eccentric. Are you an eccentric, or is that a media hype?
That's media hype. You know, I'm a pretty normal person, I think. But, you know, that normal people don't sell newspapers and make TV news. So, got to do something. You know, most people outside of football don't know me as a person, and but they write about me as a person. That's what I don't like. You know, they write about, you know, things they see in the media and stuff like that. And you know, I have fun with media. You know, I tell them things, I joke with them, and tell them stories, and they take me seriously too much. You know, I don't take myself serious, so I don't know how anybody else can.
McMahon's playmaking counterpart at the Cowboys, Danny White, is less flippant. At 34, he's coming to the end of an 11-year career that's brought him fame and wealth, but has done untold harm to his body. Last year alone, he had a bruised shoulder, a sprained wrist, bruised ribs, a sprained neck, and concussion. And when he has to take tackles like that, it's hardly surprising.
Down hard, Dexter Manley. Whereas the man who hit him, and White is still down and hurting.
Despite the knocks, White revels in the limelight his position brings, although it does also attract unique problems.
The quarterback can't be affected very much by emotion, and that's the real difference. Every other position on the team, especially in the line, they thrive on emotion. They thrive on the adrenaline and the physicalness of the game. As a quarterback, if you get uptight and you get tense and you get this adrenaline pumping, there's really nothing to do with it. You can't go out and hit somebody and take it out on another player. You have to keep your cool, you have to concentrate, you have to think. It's a game played in the mind as far as a quarterback is concerned, and that's 90% of the game for the quarterback. The physical part of it is important also, but not nearly as important as the mental part.
How do you keep cool then, when there's 80,000 fans roaring you on, or hope you're going to duff pass, and there's the lineman coming at you?
Well, I guess you don't. I guess you don't remain cool as much as you appear to remain cool. Quarterbacks get very anxious and get very nervous. The important thing is that you don't let anybody else know that you're nervous. And I guess that comes from experience.
Has it amazed you, though, what you've achieved and the money that you've earned? Do you think, in a way, it's false pretenses, or are you worth everything that's happened?
Well, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think I've earned what I've gotten, that it's come through hard work and a lot of study and a lot of dedication to the game. There are people in the sport, and you see them every day, who make a great deal of money and get a great deal of attention for doing very little. I've always believed and always will believe that you pay your dues in life, as in sport, sooner or later. Some people get their rewards early in life, but sooner or later they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay their dues, and they're going to have to pay the price for that success. And I feel like I've paid it as I've gone along, and that's the way I would prefer it. So yes, I feel like I'm worth what I've earned, and you know, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of football players who start out in high school with the ambition of becoming professional football players, and only a very, very small percentage of them ever make it. So it takes a lot of work, and you've got to find some sort of an edge that sets you apart from everybody else.
Is it the right ones who always make it, though? Is there a Danny White somewhere along the line who's just been unlucky because you have 1 year and you're out?
And luck is a part of it. Luck is a big part of it. Getting the right kind of breaks, having the right kind of opportunities come along at the same time, at the right time. I've had many of those. There have been 2 or 3 instances, especially in my college career. I went to college to play baseball. I was on a baseball scholarship. And I just tried out for the football team basically as a punter. And there were a couple of things that happened to me in college that had they not happened, and had they not happened when they happened, I'd still be playing baseball today, I'm sure, or something else, doing something else. But they did happen, and I was fortunate, and I guess you could say I took advantage of those opportunities, but the main thing was that I had them. I had the opportunities, and there was a great deal of luck involved in my career.
White's medical record may reflect the physical nature of the game, but once the masks are off, the expressions can change instantly.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or 2. Fun and laughter on our summer holiday. No more worries for me or you for a week or 2. We're going where the sun shines brightly. We're going where the sea is blue. We've seen it in the movies. Now let's see if it's true. Everybody has a summer holiday, doing things they always wanted to. So we're going on a summer holiday to make our dreams come true. For me and you.
We in England find it quite strange in such a physical game that 2 friends who come from opposite teams.
Yeah, well, it's a game, but you know, it's also their job. And when you're out there on the field, if Al's across from me and my job is to block them, I have to do it. You do it every day to your teammates in practice, and it's not a personal thing. You know, I just try to do my job the best I can, and Al tries to do his job the best he can, and most of the time he does his better than mine.
I don't know about that. He's been in the Pro Bowl. I haven't yet, so that tells you something.
So we're going on a summer holiday to make our dreams come true for me and you.
Well, we've spent the last 4 years learning their game, so we thought we'd turn the tables. Surrey were playing Nottinghamshire in the NatWest Trophy on Wednesday, so I took 4 Bears along to see it. Tom Thayer and Steve Fuller in the front, Al Harris and Tim Reitman at the back. They were suitably bemused.